Welcome to the second edition of Pragati Vichar Literature Festival 2023. And we all are gathered here to celebrate the love for literature and providing some insightful conversation which are prevailing in our society to the audience. And today we have very lovely guests with us. First is Anand Sheela, and our second panelist, Sujata Parashar. Welcome both of you, and it's an immense pleasure to have both of you on board today for the Prakriti Vichar Literature Festival.
Thank you.
I thank you for inviting me for this festival.
And talking to you, Sheela ma'am, it's a big opportunity, and having Sujata ma'am in one panel today, it's a great opportunity. Thank you so much. So this year theme is taking humanity forward. And today we will be discussing about women's empowerment. And I feel like women empowerment is something very crucial subject, which is very burning topic right now. So let's just dive into the session. I'm looking forward to a very edifying conversation with you. So I will start with the introduction. First is Anand Sheela. Anand Sheela is an Indian Swiss woman who was the spokesperson of the Rajneesh movement, aka Osho movement. She was the personal secretary of Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh from 1980 to 1985. More recently, she regained her spot in the limelight because of her Netflix series Wild Wild Country. Because of the Netflix series, Anand Sheela has founded beautiful care homes for unprivileged young and old persons. Her care is based on love, respect, and dignity, and she manages two care homes in Switzerland and Mauritius. She has recently published her book, Be My Own Rules, Anand Sheela. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
So next panel we have Sujata Parashar. Sujata Parashar is an award-winning Indian novelist, poet, short story writer, and a psycho-social trainer. She is also the founder of a talk therapy-based platform with the focus enhancing emotional well-being, the Talk It Out Express. Miss Parashar has written 9 books so far, and most probably more. So her debut novel is In Pursuit of Infidelity, in 2009, it was published and it was a bestseller. She has received so many awards, and one is for the PVLF Author Excellence Awards in a Best Non-Fiction category. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, our today's topic is an ode to fearless women. So now we're gonna celebrate women empowerment via the literary conversation. So, what is women empowerment? What is meant by the empowered women? Sheela ma'am first.
We do not require to be empowered. We are empowered. We have already been empowered with love, energy, beauty, that we are not in competition with men. We have no reason to be in competition because we are complete. So for me, to run after empowerment is not necessary. It is our natural being. We are powerful. And we are not just powerful to bully others. We are powerful because we love.
Thank you so much, Mayan and Sheila ma'am. It was beautiful. Over to you, Sujata ma'am. What's your thought?
Firstly, thank you so much for the question, and it's a huge pleasure for me to be here at the 2023 edition of PVLF and share the stage or to be on the same stage as my Anand Sheela, a huge honor for me. And I completely agree and attest to her point of view that, I'm not very happy with the term empowerment nowadays, how it is used to depict the status of women in India, especially. I like to not use it than use empowerment, whenever I have to talk about women. Because as she very rightly pointed out, the power is within us. Nobody can give us that power, and it is just that other people and women herself have to recognize that the power is within them, the potential is within them. What is lacking perhaps are the opportunities, fair opportunities for women. For women to recognize and use that potential and grab the opportunities and show her talent and her potential to the world, and for society also to do the same, to respect that power, to give those fair opportunities. So for me, an empowered woman would be someone who recognizes this potential within herself and she uses it to contribute to the society, and similarly the society respects it and gives her those fair opportunities to use her talent and to express herself.
Okay. Thank you, Sujata ma'am. So, just Man Sheila ma'am said that the power is within us. So, my next question is quite different, or maybe a little bit offensive to the women. So, but still, do you believe that women need men to justify their lives and establish their societal identity? So, Man and Sheila ma'am first.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Because we are what we are. And we should feel comfortable in our own skin. You feel beautiful for yourself, not for somebody else. If you are beautiful to yourself, beauty will prevail all over. A rose doesn't need thorn to come and say, I need your approval. Rose is in bloom and it has wonderful fragrance for everybody. We are so in habit of giving the approval to others. We don't need approval. We can share our joy with others, but we don't need approval.
Okay.
Feel comfortable as you are.
Okay. Again, beautiful. So, over to you, Sujata ma'am. What's your take on this?
Well, again, I'm in complete agreement with Sheila ji that I think neither men nor women need any kind of approval from anyone. It goes for everyone. We are all born human. We are born equal, and by virtue of that, we have inherently possess human rights, which includes the right to life, liberty, includes right to equality, and right to opinion and expression. So we don't need someone else to tell us that whether we should enjoy these rights or whether we should be applying these rights or not. It is inherently there within us and we should be doing that. But what coming in context of the Indian society, what we have seen on a routine basis is that we are still steeped in patriarchal mindset. And so to break through that, I think individually and collectively, women and everybody else has to make an effort to break through that old archaic mindset. And for that, discourses and dialogues like this that is happening today is very important to bring about that change.
But don't you think these kind of things that our Indian society created, and we are the foundation of such bad things that are having right now, negative impact, because it's truly impacting negatively women right now. So we are the root cause here, and we are the only one who can change this.
Yeah, I think it is the social conditioning that has led to where we are today. And again, efforts are there, efforts are being made to change that, but it takes time.
Right.
Women have been hoodwinked for a very long time in the name of culture, tradition, and everything else. And slowly, when they got access to education, more and more women got access to education, they started stepping out of their houses. They realized that, okay, this has been happening to us. We've been kept in the shadows.
Right.
For a very long time, all on just for giving us reasons which are not valid at all, especially not in this era.
Right.
And
Totally
then
agree with that.
slowly changes have started coming in, but it will take time.
Right. Absolutely. So my next question is, why do women always perceive as the embodiment of enduring pain and emotions? And why do we always expect women to compromise, not men? Sheila ma'am first.
Well, because women feel helpless. When they are helpless, they have to compromise, but they need not feel helpless. They don't have to be the person who just offers to the others. They have to take care of themselves. They have to think of their own emotions, their needs, and remain true to that. Sujata spoke about society. We are the one who has created the society. It is people.
Yeah.
And people have to put this society again right, that women have their freedom. Women is not a possession of the man or something to be sold to somebody. Women are, in our culture, devis.
Right.
Treat them like devis.
True.
And if they don't treat you like devis or women, devis, then women should treat themselves like devis with head up and show the way how a woman should be treated.
Right. Thank you so much, Sheila ma'am. So, Sujata ma'am, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, again, I agree with her, but also there is this other thing that I wanted to bring to the table, add to the conversation, basically what she shared, and add to that. That traditionally, women in India have been taught to adjust to her environment from childhood. Let the men eat their dinner first or their meals first, and women will have the leftover. So for everything they are in the shadows all the time. Especially after marriage, the entire responsibility of making the marriage successful or ensuring her husband's success, her children's success, the entire burden falls on the woman, and she forgets her own dreams and desires and aspirations, whatever they might be before marriage. She just puts it aside, and her entire focus is on the family. And this goes on and on and on, and till a point comes when either she will break down or she will lose her identity completely. Right. So this is one of the reasons, I think. And on a lighter note, I also feel, as a talk therapist, I also feel that at times women are good to handle emotions, emotional burden. They can manage their emotions well, and men perhaps are weak, they can't handle it so well. So then again, also the burden is shifted that, okay, because I can't, and you need to stabilize the household, let the woman deal with it. This is my own understanding, my own experience, that on through which I am talking, or through which I am sharing this. It could be other people may have other opinion, but I do see this, quite often that women are able to manage their emotions well. They don't keep it suppressed within themselves. They might keep it hidden from the immediate family, from the immediate environment, but they know how to tackle it outside. This is a skill they have learned over the years, perhaps. So that
Okay.
is something I wanted to add. Yeah.
And I feel like you know better than anyone, because being a single mother, it's a big thing that you are doing right now. So yeah, congrats, and it's a very good thing.
Thank you.
So now we are talking about women empowerment. So you know what we can do to promote the women empowerment in India, because Indian society is a very, uh, their thinking is very
Cute.
like low, yeah, what narrow. So I would like to know, in India, how can we promote women empowerment? So I would like to start with Sheila ma'am.
One of the first thing you can do when parents want you to get married, say no. Only you marry if you want to marry, and to marry because you can wear these pretty clothes and everything, don't marry. You can wear pretty clothes without marriage.
Yeah.
People go for marriage because of security. Become independent. Become your own earning member. And if you start earning and not depending on men's approval for your looks, you have made it. You can go forward.
Right.
And you can change the society with one no. No, I don't want to get married.
Okay. That's so beautiful.
And I have been married 3 times.
And you're still saying say no to marriage.
Exactly. But remain true to it. But in between, you find somebody that you really, your heart starts throbbing. Take the risk. But don't allow yourself to be possessed.
Okay.
You are an individual. No one can own you.
Perfect. Yeah. Absolutely agree with you. Again, beautiful thoughts, Sheila ma'am. Sujata ma'am, what would you like to say in this context?
I think she said it all. What I would just add is that I think for women also it is extremely important to recognize that inherent immense potential that we all carry within and respect it. And as she very beautifully put it, that if others are not respecting it, don't worry, just ignore that. You just put your chin up and carry yourself forward in life, proceed in life with that kind of a stature, looking up and not down. As well as for others, I think it is very important to look at women more than just a gender. Give them that respect, give them that opportunity that they so much deserve. We are half the population. So give us that respect, and you see, our contribution can make massive changes in the country. Just don't look at the gender and and give us that chance, which is happening slowly, but it is again very slow.
Flow.
So yeah,
Correct.
that's about it.
Thank you. So my next question is, have we ever been associated with any cause or movement which encourages women's empowerment? So anything with your personal experience you have. So Sheila ma'am first.
Well, I have not been involved in any uh, institution for women empowerment, but a man I met believed in women empowerment. And that was Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh. His entire workforce, his entire responsible team was mostly women. And he supported women.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And find people around you with the same ideology, same thought. And then you will have support of one another.
Right. Totally agree with you. So yeah, moving ahead, Sujata ma'am, what's your take on this?
So, as you're aware that I've been working in the social development sector as well, and also I write in both the spaces. I have extensively worked on women-related issues. In the social development sector, I have been involved with projects which were entirely focused on women employability and several very prestigious projects. Okay, including my talk therapy based platform, which is Talk It Out Express, I've been doing workshops with women focusing on negative emotions like self worthlessness, feeling of worthlessness, or a lack of self confidence, or guilt. You know, women carry a lot of guilt within themselves. If something happens to their husband or to their children, the woman takes it upon herself. She blames herself. मेरी वजह से हुआ होगा, it's because of me that happened, you know. So these kind of, so there's a difference between false guilt and true guilt. To give this kind of an understanding to the woman that it is not always a true guilt, there it could be a false guilt. So how to deal with it, how to deal with your guilt and how to come out of it, how to be open about your feelings and emotions in a positive manner, how to deal with suppressed emotions, you know, that distress you, emotions that distress you, how to restructure, reframe your thoughts. All these kind of things I've been working on through my workshop, through my platform Talk It Out Express. In my writing, again, as you're aware that almost all my books, 90% of my books are deal with feminist issues. For example, my short story collection, I'm not even talking about my novels here. Let me just cite the example of my short story collection, which has 9 short stories around 9 different women. The common thread running through all of them are that they stand out in the crowd because of their different thinking. They refuse to bow down to the societal norms which are unjust, which are archaic, and they go by their own rules. They follow their own heart and they stand by their decisions. So yeah, so that's how I've been quite closely involved with. And this has not happened like, this is an unintentional thing. It's not that because I'm a woman I have to write. In fact, in my novels you will see both the lead characters, female lead character as well as the male lead character, both are given equal space.
Nice.
They are well developed characters, all of them. But because I understand women and their feelings better, because I am a woman, so perhaps all of them, on the whole, the stories take a turn which are leaning towards women centric issues.
Okay. Yeah. So, since you have been so much vocal about women issues, so my next question is that right now women's participation is much increased nowadays, right? So, for example, we have movements like anti-hijab protest, where women have showed that they can do things, they can change, bring a change in the society, and that last year, the Shaheen Bagh protest, which is led by Muslim women, right? So, how does the contribution of women alter the perspectives imposed by the society upon them? So, Sheila ma'am first.
I must say, women don't have to worry. They can make the change right from their own home. As they are growing up, they exercise their individuality, their freedom, and be themselves. Don't be afraid of expressing your feelings. Sujata also spoke about this. You simply have to exercise it. If something you don't like, You say so. Something you like, though the others don't like, doesn't matter. You go with what suits you. In small way, exercise it. And suddenly you will realize that it is becoming your second nature now to be individual. And the point of guilt, what Sujata spoke about it, this concept of guilt comes from Christianity. I mean, in our mythology, devis are not suffering with guilt. Then why we have to suffer? But somehow, if you have a feeling by saying I am guilty, it is because of me, all happened. You feel important. But don't feel important with negativity. Feel important with positivity. And I'd say, be your...
My own rules, is it?
By my own.
Yeah, by
Yeah.
my own rules.
Yeah, okay. So over to you, Sujata ma'am.
Well, again, I concur with her completely that, just be yourself and open up, speak out, oppose archaic ideas and, restrictive practices, old customs. You don't like it, reason out, ask them, argue, do what your heart tells you. And then see, for some time they will ignore you, they'll call you names, but after a certain point in time, they will start noticing you. And then there comes a time when there is no other way than to address the issue, than to address the concerns. And I think slowly we are again, as I kept mentioning throughout, that we are reaching that point where our issues are being addressed slowly, but it is happening, and we must continue on that path. We must be friends to each other. Women should be supporting other women, like men do,
Okay.
which happens very because we there is a psychological fact behind this. Why are we competing with other women? Because we want to go ahead, we want to ensure that our thing is safe. We have made it. Others, because it's so competitive, the world is so competitive, and for women it is also unjust. So then, so this is a psychological, sort of a thing, or that comes to mind to women, that okay, let me just ensure my safety, my security, and that I am ahead in life. But we have to keep it aside and think of ourselves, individuals, but also of the collective. That is very, very important. Open our hearts.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then nothing can stop us.
Of course, absolutely right. I feel like internalized misogyny is the biggest hindrance that we women don't support each other, and this has to be prevent. I don't know when we're gonna do it, because this is the notion we are, ingrained because of the society. Society made us like this. Because
We are doing it right now. We
yeah,
are all three of us are talking here about it. We are on the same side.
yeah, absolutely. So, if we compare the women empowerment era with our past experience until today. So, what would you like to say, Sheila ma'am? The past and the present. If you
I want to address the previous question.
okay,
It is not society which is doing this to us. We are allowing the society to behave badly. If you tell society, no, doesn't matter. You say it, and they will learn that now I'm getting more no's, I won't deal with it.
okay,
Let them deal with them. So it is so important what you said, Sujata also said about women competing with one another.
yeah,
that comes from jealousy. They don't want to, they want to secure their life, which is what Sujata speaks of it. And it is so true. As long as I have my husband captive, my children listen to me, I can
Do anything.
I have no problem.
Yeah.
That is, this mentality has to stop, and we have to become collective. We have to be there for one another. Being there for one another, we will support each other. But when we are in competition because of jealousy, or to have the whole pie for myself, then it won't happen.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Again, beautiful and well put thoughts. So, Sujata ma'am, would you like to say in the contest that I previously asked that if we compare the women empowerment with the past experience until the date, so what would you like to say?
Well, I think women nowadays have taken charge of their lives and they are voicing themselves, and they don't hesitate to stand out in the crowd and, say their say. So that is a very good change, I feel. And I think it is going to benefit all of us. And so more and more women should join this movement and be vocal about themselves and about others. And when they see injustice happening, they stand for their sisters and for their friends, and everyone stand together. Collectively we can win. Collectively we can do stuff, good stuff, and we should be doing that. And I'm not saying that neglect yourself, your own aspirations and dreams and all. You should be able to fulfill them. So work on yourself, but don't leave the others behind. Work for them as well, and with an open heart, with love, with lots of love, compassion, and wisdom.
Thank you, Sujata ma'am. And I feel like both of you are fearless in their own ways. And today I've learned how to say no to the people and how to learn, you know, sorry, positivity and create an inclusive society and support women. So thank you so much, Sheila ma'am, Sujata ma'am, for coming today and joining us for this beautiful session. And I hope that audience have learned a lot today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Sujata. Thank you, Josna. I have enriched myself talking to you.
Likewise, ma'am.
And as I said, Sheila ji, a huge honor to hear you first person and see you basically, even if virtually. To see you here, on a one-to-one basis, it's a huge honor, and to be on the same, share the same stage as you. Thank you. Josna, thank you